Welcome to the CEO Launch Podcast.
We are a dynamic mother-daughter duo bringing you personality, insights, and practical advice from two different generations of entrepreneurship.
We aren't just mother and daughter. We are also best friends and business partners.
I've watched my mom help thousands of entrepreneurs start the businesses of their dreams, including me. And now it's your turn.
Welcome to episode 18. Thank you guys for being here. If you missed us last week, we talked about practice does not make perfect. So as always, if you missed that episode, make sure you go back and listen to it. So today we got a funny episode for you. We're going to talk about some of our business pet peeves. I'm going to let Kenya lead us off on this one because she has a little story to share that's going to lead us into the conversation.
So, to tell this story, you have to take a journey with me back to the old world of getting micro braids for 15 hours. Why we got micros and sat in a chair for 15 hours is beyond me. If you don't know what micro braids are, they are very tiny braids, and that's all I'm explaining.
But let me stop. Before you do that, I'm going to explain why we did it. Because one, we didn't have any other way. And two, it saved us so much time in the morning when it came to getting our hair done. And three, it was a very versatile hairstyle. So it did allow us to be able to do different things. So
yeah, it was a very versatile hairstyle. But those 15 hours, though. Thank God for modern technology that one has let us let go of the idea of micros. But two, even if we did want micros, I'm pretty sure they have pre-braided packages that we could crochet and all that other stuff. Regardless, so I was getting my hair braided. The year, I don't remember. Usually I could tell y'all the year, what was happening, what the economy was looking like, all of that stuff. I don't remember.
It was high school. We know that.
Okay. It was in high school, and I'm getting my hair braided, and this lady walks into the shop, and I believe her daughter was getting her hair braided. So she walks into the shop, and she asked the hair braider, like, why aren't you done doing my daughter's hair? And the hair braider is just like, girl, because I'm not, because I'm not done and we not finished. And that's just what it is. And so the lady is just like, that's so unprofessional. You told me that it was going to be 15 hours. It's taking this, that long. We came all the way from Alabama and y'all taking forever. You over here eating lunch and her hair's still not done. That's not good business. And she just kept saying it over and over again. That's not good business. That's not good business. And so I am cracking up because I am a teenager and decorum is not exactly the thing that I currently have. And I could not wait until my hair was done, my 15 hours were up, so that I could tell my mom this story. So when she got me and she paid for the hair and all of that stuff, I told her the story about the lady. She drove all the way from Alabama to get her child's hair braided by these particular people. I'm like, between here and Alabama, it was nobody that could do micro braids. Like, nobody.
Right.
Nobody.
And what time did she get there if it was lunchtime in the 15 hours?
Right. And she was just hot and upset. But this week's episode is going to be about us telling you some of our business pet peeves that's not good business. Because that's something that since whenever that was, maybe like 10 plus years, my mom and I have constantly said that when we have encountered something that's not good business. So, to start it off, what's your number one business pet peeve?
I don't know if this is my number one, but this one is definitely high on my list. I didn't really rank mine, but this first one is one that really gets to me, is when people charge you for using your credit card. So they tell you, if you use your credit card, then you got to pay the 3% fee or whatever fee. And in the lady from Alabama's accent,
that's not good business. Okay? It's not good business.
No, listen, it is not good business. So what you need to do as a business owner, you need to make sure that you've accounted for those fees in your rates, right? And if you're going to charge me for using my credit card, number one, you need to have an alternative way for me to pay you if I don't want to pay the 3%. I just personally think it's tacky to charge the 3% because you're basically telling me if your service is $100, I got to give you $103 because I'm paying you with my credit card.
And it's called a merchant fee. I'm not the merchant. I'm the customer. You're the merchant. You need to pay the merchant fee.
Right. It's called the cost of doing business. It's the cost of doing business. So you need to budget that. What's one of your pet peeves?
I cannot stand it. Can't stand it. When I walk into your establishment and you don't say anything to me, I just walk in and I'm just in there. Why? No hello? Hi, how are you doing? Can I help you with anything? What is that? That's not good business. That's what that is.
It's not good business. And I know exactly what you mean because I remember when I first cut my hair off. Well, not the first time, but this most recent time when I cut my hair off, I was trying to find a barber close to my house. And there's a barbershop in the Mall of Georgia where there's black barbers in there and they cut black hair. And so my husband and I were in the mall. And I was like, hey, let me go in here. Maybe they can give me a haircut. And I walked in. Nobody greeted me. Nobody said anything to me. I was in there for at least 3 minutes. No one said anything to me. And so I said something that I'm not going to say on this podcast, and I walked out. So,
I mean, that's happened to me before. When I had a low cut, I walked into a barbershop expecting a hi, hello, we'll be with you in a second, sat there for like 2 seconds, and then was like, you know what? I'm about to go somewhere else. Because what you're not going to do is see me and not act like I'm here. That's what you're not going to do.
Right. That's not good business.
That's not good business. You don't get to be rude. What's next?
So here's another one that I have, Kenya. I hate when people are selling stuff on social media and they say, email me or DM me for an invoice. Girl, no.
Not in the world of all these online, like, scheduling, Square, all the things that you can set up for free at that. Oh, but they gonna pay that merchant fee they don't want to pay. But all these things that you can set up that will do that for you.
Yeah, I'm not emailing you for an invoice.
Yeah, and you need to make it easy for people to do business with you. Because now that's a whole different workflow. Now I got to DM you. Once I DM you, I still got to figure out how I'm going to pay you. Because all you're going to send me is a little screenshot of the invoice that you created on the free invoice generator that you Google. And I'm still going to have to pay you through Cash App.
That one kind of bugs me. And I know that's probably the accountant in me as well, because that tells me that this business owner is not serious. This is maybe a hustle and they don't have an accounting system in place. So that's one of my business pet peeves. And listen, hopefully if we're stepping on your toes, we're not really here to pick on you. We're really trying to help you to be better in business. So these are things that get on our nerves, some of the things that we don't like, but I'm pretty sure we're not alone. And so if you're doing any of these things, yeah, just stop. So
if you need help, hit us up. We'll give you some guidance. I could tell you some tools where you can get some free invoices that will be sent to people and you can pay them. All of those things can be streamlined for you, I promise. What's my next one? Ooh, girl, this one. I can't stand when people DM you on social media asking to be a guest on your podcast and I ain't even listen to the show.
Yeah, we gotten so many of those. People are requesting to be on the podcast. And yeah, it usually helps if you listen to the show so you know what the show's format is. And we even caught a couple of people in some lies because we were like, hey, what was your favorite episode?
Yeah, and what did you like about that episode? Oh, yeah, we said this. What was your takeaway on this? I'm like, stop playing with us. We know that you just looked at the hashtag that said podcast and you want to be on the podcast. Don't try to act like you a fan. That's tacky to me. I think it's important to build genuine relationships and connections with people without trying to immediately get something from them. You can definitely be strategic and have strategic partnerships and align with people that match your business stance and that can take you to another level, but be genuine about it. Don't just be out here for the sake of getting on somebody's podcast. That's not cute.
And here's the other thing, though. So I am media trained. So before I was on ABC, NBC, CBS, I hired a media coach because I did not want to be on TV wrong, basically. And one of the first things that my media coach taught me was before you pitch a show to be on their show, listen to the show. Because your topic may not be a good fit for every single show. And when she said that, it sounds so basic. It sounds so elementary, like you think everybody should know that. It's clear that they don't. But when I started researching shows and I was looking for shows to pitch my idea on to be a guest, there were shows that was like, yeah, they don't do topics like what I'm talking about. So my topic will not be a fit for that show. And so that's just real important. And I think that's the case for business in general. And that really leads us to our last pet peeve, right? And so the last pet peeve that we have more, so just so you know, but we want to keep the show short. But the last pet peeve that we have is when people DM us and say, hey, I could make you a logo, I could do some cartoons, and you already have a logo. Like, yeah,
I already have that. And you didn't look. You didn't do any type of research. You're just soliciting yourself to any and everybody.
You send that same DM to 1,000 people. I get those emails where people want to build a website for me. And I'm like, have you seen my website? It's already built.
Right. It's together.
Yeah,
it's together.
Hey, listen, so for our listeners, what we really like is if you share some of your business pet peeves. So you can tag us on social media or comment below our post about this episode and just tell us, what are some of your business pet peeves? Are they the things that we listed? Do you have some things to add to the list? Let us know. We really want to hear about your business pet peeves.
Yes. And I just want to give y'all some takeaways just so y'all know this was not just all fun and games. First, make sure that you make it easy for your customers to do business with you. So don't have all of these long processes that don't make no sense. Don't do that. That's not cute. That's not good business, rather. Second, make sure that your customers feel welcome.
Wait. But I need to stop you there before we go past that. When we talk about making it easy for people to do business with you, right? Think about Amazon. And I think that everybody probably has an Amazon Prime account, or most of us have an Amazon Prime account. You may even have the Amazon app on your phone. If you don't, you log into Amazon. And anytime we think of something, what do? We go to Amazon and we place it. And why do we order from Amazon? It's not because Amazon is just so amazing. It's because Amazon has made that thing so easy. Today, I needed something in my business, and I try to support local businesses every now and then. Like I may go to Office Depot or Staples, but I was just like, man, Staples probably ain't gonna have it. It's gonna take 5 days to get here. But if I order it on Amazon, it'll be here on Thursday. So think about Amazon when you're thinking about your business. Maybe you won't be in Amazon, but you wanna make it so easy for people to do business with you that they want to do business with you. So that's what I wanted to share there. So yeah.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And using Amazon as another example for my next point. Now, I will also say that I'm anti-billionaire. I just want to say that on here, and that there's a big piece of what Amazon does that I don't agree with. But when we talk about business structures, definitely something that's important to look at and follow. And something that they do is that they make sure that their customers feel happy and satisfied with their services. You want to make sure that your customers feel welcome. You want to make sure that your customers feel valued. And the way that you do that are very small things. I remember you and I were having a conversation, and I was saying how I was using services from someone and it was super automated. And this was a more personal process, or at least something that I felt like it should have been a little bit more personal personal process. But because of how automated it was, I felt a little disconnected from this person, which is making me not really want to do more stuff with them because I haven't had that one-to-one interaction. And you have to figure out what that looks like for your business, because if you're a product-based business, everybody isn't going to have a one-to-one, but maybe you have a little note with every product that you send, or just something to let people know that you value them as a customer and you value their experience with you. So just keeping that in mind. And then the last thing, and I think this is super important, especially as you're thinking about growing your business and expanding into new horizons, is making sure that you do your research before you start pitching your services to anybody. You may not be somebody that wants to be on a podcast or somebody that wants to create logos and cartoons for other people, which I don't even know why people think that we would need cartoons. For what reason? What am I going on Nickelodeon? Like, why? Regardless, let me get back on topic. You want to make sure that you know who you're talking to when you're pitching your services, when you're pitching what you can do, because if you don't know who you're talking to, you're not gonna be able to say the right things. You don't talk to your mama and your friends the same way.
You bet not.
Child, listen. But yeah, you don't have those same conversations with those people. So you want to make sure that you're having the right conversations with the right people in a way that they will understand and quickly assess the value that you bring to the table.
Absolutely. I think you did a great job on wrapping up our takeaways and wrapping up this episode. So thanks, guys, for being here. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for listening, and thank you for sharing the podcast with your family and friends. And as always, if you haven't already, you are welcome to join our online community, the Efficient CEO Movement, on Facebook, where we will continue the conversation and provide you with support, tips, and guidance on your entrepreneurial journey.
And you can follow us on social media at The CEO Launch.
See you guys next week.
And don't forget to take off.
This is a Clearwood production.